Flux context. Lately, everyone in the open source community is talking about it. This is because Black Forest recently launched the open source version of Flux context, and many are claiming that it solves the correct consistency problem in AI image generation. In this video, we are going to put that statement to the test. I will not only show you how to set up and properly use Flux context workflow in ComfyUI, but I will also conduct a head-to-head comparison between Flux context and LoRa model trained on FluxGym. For those who don't know, before Flux context, the consensus was that our trained LoRa was the best method to achieve correct consistency. Today we will see if it still holds the ground. I have generated over 50 images using both Flux context and Flux LoRa. So this will be a detailed comparison where I will outline the pros and cons of each method. Let's talk about how you can use Flux context on your PC. First, of course, you need ComfyUI. The installation is very straightforward process and you can find many videos tutorial on it. Once you have the ComfyUI installed, open it and drag and drop the workflow file. You can find this workflow in my Patreon. Alternatively, you can go to ComfyUI Manager, click on Update All, then close the manager. Next, go to the Browse template and click on Flux. Here you should see the Flux context workflow. If you did not see this option, close ComfyUI and navigate to your ComfyUI installation folder. Open the update folder and double click on the update ComfyUI file. Then press enter. After all updates are finished, close the command window. Reopen ComfyUI and navigate back to Browse template and then Flux. And now the Flux context workflow should be available. Click on it to load the workflow. First time you run this workflow, you will likely encounter an error about missing custom node. You can easily resolve this by going to Manager, clicking on Install Missing Custom Node, and then installing all the nodes from the provided list. Afterward, restart your ComfyUI. After restarting, all the custom node error will be gone. Now let's take a look at the model node. Here you can see all the models you need to download and where to put those models. If you are not using my specific workflow, you might not find Flux One context def. The official workflow does not include the def. In this test, I am using this text encoder with Flux context def model. By the way, Flux context def model is the highest Flux context model that is available open source. After downloading and putting the models in the right directory, refresh the ComfyUI. Now come to this node. Here you will find the official guidelines for writing optimized prompt. It's crucial to optimize your prompt because without an optimized prompt, you will get a very poor result. As you can see, after adding my main prompt, I also include this line because in this prompt guidance node, you can see it recommend to add this line for correct consistency. To generate the prompt itself, I went to ChatGPT, provided a basic idea and asked it to optimize this prompt specifically for Flux context. With the optimized prompt added, let's run the workflow. The first render will take a long time because it also needs to load the models. After the initial render, it takes about 1 minute to generate an image on my RTX 3090. And remember, I am using the highest Flux context def model and highest text encoder model. If you use lower models, so definitely the time will be a lot less. Okay, as you can see, the render is complete and we have our result. If you are not getting good result, you can use these seeds and try again. In my testing, I achieved good result with these seeds. I hope now you understand how to run Flux context on your PC. Now, let's compare the result from Flux context with those from a Flux trained LoRa. The first thing you will notice is that I use the same code prompt for both models. Of course, each prompt was optimized for its respective model to get the best possible result. Let's take a closer look at Flux LoRa result. As you can see, it's practically perfect. The hairstyle, eyebrows, eyes, nose, lips, skin tone and body, everything is just perfect. Now let's see the Flux context result. It also did an amazing job. The only negative point I can see is the eyes. They should be more blue. Let's move to the next image and let's see the Flux Solar result. Everything looks very good and it has properly followed my prompt, giving me exactly what I asked for. Now let's focus on Flux Contacts result. It did a decent job and the face looks identical, but the eye color are again little off. But the main problem, however, is that Flux Contacts did not follow my prompt properly. My prompt was Emma sitting crossed leg on a wooden park bench. Cheerful expression and visible dimples, dappled sunlight through oak leaves, green trees background. And now you can notice Flux Contacts did not adhere to it. It did not change the facial expression at all and the hairstyle is the same. It looks like it took the face from the base image and pasted here. Some might think this is good, but actually this is the biggest loophole of Flux Contacts. You will understand this clearly when you see the images where I prompt for a different expression, more complex background and strong lighting conditions. Now let's move to the next image. This time both models did an extremely good job. If you look at the Flux LoRa result, it created a proper side profile of the character face. Pay close attention to the jawline and remember it. Now have a look at Flux Contacts character. Overall it looks good, but if you observe the jawline, it seems like Flux Contacts is trying to create a side angle image from a front facing image. This happens because Flux Contacts has very less information about the base character. Unlike Flux LoRa, which was trained on 55 consistent images covering every angle and pose of the character body. That's why the Flux LoRa image feels like a proper side profile image rather than an attempt to create one. To prove this point, I have another example. Look at the hair in the base image. Notice this part carefully. Then look at the same part of the hair in the Flux Contacts image. Because Flux Contacts has limited information, it extended the same line as in the base image. On the other hand, the Flux LoRa image created a proper side view of the hair that looks and feels more natural and realistic. Let's analyze the next image. It seems like Flux LoRa wins again on this one. The Flux LoRa image, the character hairstyle and color look the same. But if you look at the Flux Contacts character, because it has very little information on the base character, it's trying to guess a lot. I have to say it's a very decent try, but as you can see, the hairstyle and the color does not match that well. Now we will dive into the images that have different backgrounds with different expression, and you all are going to surprise that how badly Flux Contacts is going to be beaten by Flux LoRa on character consistency. Enough talking, have a look at this. I know it's hard to believe that Flux Contacts performed this poorly. First, let's take a careful look at Flux LoRa result. Wow, it's properly followed my prompt with full consistency, and what I can say, it's very good. For the Flux Contacts result, I want to say only one thing. It looks like a distant cousin of our base character. Let's move to our next expression image. Oh my god, I think we don't even need to zoom in to see which is the better. Flux LoRa result looks far better than Flux Contacts. The Flux Contacts character just does not look like our base character. A small note, I am still using this fully optimized prompt, but I have noticed that when I use less complex prompts on Flux Contacts work decently well. However, when I use complex high demand prompts, for example when I ask for different expression, hairstyle or background from the base image, Flux Contacts gives a very poor result. Let's review our last expression image. Unsurprisingly, Flux Contacts did not do a good job with character consistency, but this time it did a decent job in prompt understanding, but Flux LoRa is still far better. I also think Flux LoRa has a better image quality. When you compare the smoke in both images, you will understand the difference. In Flux Contacts image, the smoke feels fake, whereas in the Flux LoRa image, it feels real. Okay, enough of these expression images. Now I will show the images where the character is holding or showing a product. After seeing Still, Flux LoRa images is better in every aspect. Okay, let's see the next image. At this point, I was really curious about the capabilities and limitation of Flux Context. So this time I prepared a prompt specifically to test what kind of images it can create. Flux LoRa was able to create the perfect image on my second try, but Flux Context, even after 5 tries, still provide these results. Let's take a close look at Flux LoRa result, and what I can say about it, it's like everything is looking good, consistency, following the prompt, image quality, it's literally perfect. On the other hand, Flux Context did a bad job on character consistency, and even after several attempts, it was not able to create a water drop. Let's move to our last image before jumping to the conclusion. This was another test to understand the limitation of Flux Context. I used this prompt: fashion model tilting avatar sunglasses with fingertips, reflection of city skyline in lenses, sun flares effect, chrome arms, catching flight, summer campaign vibe. Of course, this is the core prompt, and I have changed a little for Flux Context and Flux LoRa model. But literally on my first try with Flux LoRa, I got this result. It's exactly what I asked for. The character consistency is very good and the image quality is also excellent. On the other hand, I tried multiple times, but Flux Context does not understand my prompt properly. I then have to change the prompt, but I was still not satisfied with the result. In conclusion, I want to say that Flux Context is a good image editor, but not a great image generator, especially if we need character consistency. However, Flux Context can be very helpful and beneficial if we use it in conjunction with Flux LoRa. For example, you can create fully consistent image of a character holding a product using Flux LoRa. But in the Flux LoRa, you cannot add your own custom product. That problem is solved by Flux Context. Now you can easily insert your own custom product with full consistency with Flux Context. And Flux Context will not mess up this that much because we are going to use simple prompts like replace the perfume to a water bottle or replace this to this. We are not demanding to change the original image so much. The prompt will be less complex. And as I already mentioned, Flux Context only struggle with using complex prompts. Okay, I have already covered all the pros and cons of Flux Context, but there is also a downside of Flux LoRa. It's very hard to prepare a dataset to train the LoRa model. You need at least 25 consistent images of the character that will cover all angles and different poses of the character body. And even after getting those images, if you don't train your LoRa properly on the right setting, you will not get good results out of that trained LoRa. But these problems are already solved. In my previous video, I have shown you exactly how to create 55 consistent images covering every part, every pose, every expression of the character, and then how you can use those images to train a LoRa with customized setting. All this on your local PC. If you want to learn more about it, you can watch this video. And by the way, thank you so much for your trust and support. A lot of people have come and gotten my workflow, and I personally help every one of them with any problem they face. And I am glad that many people have already successfully trained their LoRa models using my workflows and of course following my previous video. I hope you like this video, and on your demand, my next video is going to be on how to create an AI talking avatar like the one that I'm currently using. I will try to upload this video as soon as possible, so stay tuned for that. I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.